exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream in me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream. But try and vote every chance I get. You can't change nothing if you don't do that.
Hello, Blue Dot family. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a grand day. I hope the sun is shining on your heart. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to jump in. Want to say thank you. That smart-ass squad, Martha's in the room, so y'all be careful. Kelly Clark is here. Bruce Preston is with us. Thank goodness. Dina Michaels here. Rose Taylor, I'm glad to see you in there, baby. I hope all is going well for you. The remixtress is with us. Thank goodness. Randy Peterson. Whoo, Freer Pig. Randy sent a picture out on Facebook early this morning. Just a simple little picture inside a store. Do you know where I'm at? Oh, hell yes, I know where you're at. I lived there, brother. I know every inch of that place. Anyway, Adam Hicks is here. He's in Freer, Texas, by the way, if anybody wants to know. Look that up on the map. Anyway, Jeanette Miller, Brenda Camp is here. Let me see. Bart Larson's here. Bond 43. All right. Jamie Thomas with a hand waving. Thank you, darling. Mega Wet Welly's here. Joe Garcia, a man of many talents and a true friend indeed. Joe, thank you for being here. Carol Lowe, let me see, is here. Donald Hamilton, I'm seeing new names up here. Mildred Ocasio, let me see. There's just new names popping up in the chat. Willie Carson. Dwayne Dwizzle's here. Thank goodness. Now we can get on with the show. Kelly Clark. Let me see. I'm got to skip on down here. We won't get this. Our own Bernadette Pree and Miss Chick are in the room. Thank goodness, because I couldn't do this without them. Johnny Carolyn Majesco, glad to see you in there. Did y'all see the... Well, let's start off with the order of succession here. Did you see the debate last night? Me neither. I had intentions to watch it. I should have watched it, but life got in the way last night, and I didn't get a chance to see it. I did get to see all the recaps of it and all the special little parts of it, but it all went by the wayside today after I listened to Joe Biden's speech addressing America about the threat to our democracy. And I was very proud to listen to him. It made me nervous, baby. I'm not going to lie to you. He's up there talking about the threat to our democracy, to our country. This is not bullshit that he's talking about. This is really in the works. You know, these maggots they're hell-bent. And like I said, if Donnie is on the ticket, Donnie won. They don't care about the vote. Who gives a shit about the vote? If he's on the ticket, he won. What are you going to do about it? That's going to be their attitude again. So yes, we're facing perilous times, and it makes me worry. Worry for my friends, for my countrymen, for democracy itself. All sounds corny what he talked about today. All the little phrases that we have based our living on, that our whole country is based on. I don't know. I was impressed by his speech. It inspired me today to keep this fight going and to make sure that disgusting prick never gets anywhere near our house again, and that those who wish to try to support him by any means necessary get the faith they deserve. Anyway. Hi, Bernadette.
Hi, John.
How are you doing today?
I was glad to see you pop up that little short today on Biden's speech. I went out and watched it, and the man's absolutely correct.
Yes.
We've got two choices, y'all. Two very after last night's debate, we've got two
Yep.
very clear choices of how this country is going to go in the future. It can go by way of Trump, and we see what's happening to him.
Yeah.
He's fraud. He's fraud, and he wants to make America a
A
fraud.
fraud. He
Or
wants to
we
make
can
America
keep
his
our
own personal bank
democracy.
account.
Yes, and he's done that before,
Yes.
and I think he screwed America enough. Enough is enough, just like Cassidy said.
There you go.
Enough with him. So let's give him a clear, yeah, fuck off,
Yeah.
loser.
Fuck off. Get out of
Vote
here. We don't
come
want your ass
November.
here. You're a
And
loser.
so he's
Hey, I heard they're gonna.
absolutely sure how we feel about him.
I'm pretty sure he hears how we feel. Miss Chick, how do you feel?
Um, well, I
Well.
wasn't going to watch the debates because blah,
Right.
blah, blah, not Trump,
Mm-hmm.
right?
But
and, and, there's some other fun stuff going on besides Trump, but
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to one of my podcasts this morning that wasn't related to politics necessarily.
oh,
Good for you.
yeah,
And
really.
it's
Take
out
a
of
break.
Ireland. It's out. Yeah, it's out of Ireland, and um, one of the young ladies in her wonderful Irish accent was referring to someone else. I'm not going to say who because I'm not positive who that person was, but she quote unquote said, "That's exactly the same playbook as fuck Trump." She said it
Damn.
that way. That was what she said.
Wait a minute.
Like,
Back up
she
the
was
bus.
Wow.
She said those words.
She said those exact words.
Repeat
about
those words
whoever
one
it
more
was she was
time
talking
in
to.
quotations.
Yeah.
What's the quote?
Wait. Missy Chick, did she say fuck Trump?
She did.
She
said
said
that's
fuck
the
Trump?
same playbook
I
as
need
fuck
her
Trump.
name and I need her number. She owes me money.
She owes money.
Okay.
That's copyrighted here on the BDF
That is
family.
copyrighted. That's right.
We've been saying that forever. Bernadette says it. Oh, really?
Mhm.
I'm just,
My
well, it
friend.
has worked its way into the vernacular of our society, therefore it must be true. Fuck.
But I will say that they use the word fuck like the word the. So,
Part of the vernacular.
Well, when it comes to Trump,
Well, when it comes
so
to him,
do
it's
I,
kind of hard to
okay?
keep it out of your mouth. Every time I think about him, that's the word that comes to my mind. A bunch of other words, too.
It just seems to roll off the tongue. I don't know what to tell you.
It does. It's one word. It's just one word.
Yes.
Yeah,
It just
fuck
rolls
Trump.
right down.
His
fuck
name.
Trump. And right now, live on X, Elon Musk is at the border.
Oh, he's at the border.
He's at,
Oh, thank
he's
goodness
at
we're
Eagle
safe.
Pass. He's at
Pass.
Eagle Pass.
Is he trying
with,
to leave?
No. He's talking to the representative is Tony. Somebody I didn't catch his last name in that area
Okay.
is with him, and so are a bunch of other people. It's live, so I couldn't watch any more of it.
I would suspect that he's hanging
I'm
out with
suspecting a
Republicans.
bunch, yes, a bunch of Republican.
Well,
That's what
the
I'm thinking.
emphasis is on this is unfiltered and the truth. So there's that.
Yeah. What, because it's
Yeah.
coming out of his mouth?
Well, no, because it's unfiltered. It's him with his phone, and he's talking to people, and they're gonna
So
tell you what.
It's just the raw shit then going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, I got you.
Pretty
Got
much Elon trying to be important.
Yeah.
Again.
Ain't working. Ain't working for me.
Well,
I don't give a shit what the man says. Go pack it up your butt,
Elon.
buddy.
We'll probably hear all about it tomorrow.
Oh, it's a
It'll be
big draw. Eagle Pass, El Paso, down around the Laredo area, and areas in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's high on the news because it makes news. Look at all these people. Look at these people. There's hordes of people coming over to rape your daughter. That's what they're trying to insinuate. It is until we deal with immigration in this country. That's going to be a problem.
It is.
We could do a better job of it than what they're doing.
And Meanwhile, there's a couple other things. Fetterman's going to have to put long pants on.
Yes, he's gonna have to dress up. He can't be
Well,
wearing the
winter's
hoodie all
coming.
the time. Well,
Tell you the truth, I don't want to look at those scrawny little legs.
they do stick out like toothpicks with that big old body. Yeah, we'll have to have a little decorum in our house. I guess would be the best bet. Let's try to keep some dress code going. Oh Lord, Bobart be showing up in a thong. Randall
Oh God, no! Please don't. That's just
tassels.
mm-mm.
Let me thank Randall Smith, who just came in with $5 and said, "You all better vote. If Trump wants an honorable military general dead, we may just be next." Let's hit that real hard for that.
And he's right. He's right.
He's right, baby.
This is it's amazing. There isn't more outrage behind this.
Out of the words out of his mouth.
Yes.
And the final words of that statement was "to be continued." What does that mean?
Yeah.
To be continued when you're threatening
and he doesn't
life.
get called out by the courts for that because he wasn't specifically targeting somebody in one of the suits, right?
Yeah, he wasn't somebody in the.
It's not a defendant.
Yeah,
it's
not a defendant.
Whatever,
it's not a witness. It's just
at least not
Millie.
yet.
Yeah. And we all know how Donnie feels about the military that don't agree with him.
Millie did a interview too on 60 Minutes, and the man straight up with a very serious face said that he will protect himself and his family, and I took that as bring it.
Indeed. I can't believe you're down there. Let me reach down here and grab up a few people because I seen Randy Peterson's down there had his hand up. Randy.
Hey.
What are you doing? Are you still in Freer?
No. I can barely hear you. I still got a volume thing here. No, I went to Freer. I was going across the Corpus Christi Bridge at 5:30 this morning.
Wee. Well, so was Travis about that time. Well, no, yeah, about 5:30, I guess. He had to be at a news station over there. Well, he had to be at a channel, local channel down here for a live interview about the big con they're having this weekend that they're doing over in Portland. So, the AdabraCon. So, he was up early. And nobody saw it because it's live, and who's up at 6 o'clock in the morning? So
I am, but not where you are.
Not where I am. Let me see. Well, Randy, thank you for being here, and let me ask Paula. Paula, are you with us?
I got to figure out my microphone or whatever, so I'll be back.
All right, Randy. We'll be right here, brother. Let me see. Paula, are you with us?
Uh-oh, we can't hear Paula.
No, we can't hear her.
Wait a minute. She lit up for a second. There you are.
We heard a giggle in there.
How
are you, Paula?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Working through another evening, darling.
Oh, that's good. I get called Paul on the phone, but actually, I'm a soprano singing, so I'm used to being called Sir.
Oh, no. I read the name there.
All right, I know. I'm just saying.
This is your first time in here.
It's my first time.
Well,
right.
Welcome to the Blue Dot Live family meeting, Paula.
Thank you, dear.
No.
See, it's that easy to get in here.
And please feel free to use your voice. Okay.
All right.
That's what it's all about.
Right.
Is there any particular thing on your mind, Paula? Or?
No, I'm a forever Democrat.
Outstanding.
Hey, Blue Dot to the end. That's what it's all about.
We have to keep that going.
We got two choices. We got fuck Trump, and we have a legitimate man who's running to be our president, Joe Biden.
Right.
And I say that with all earnest, that it is imperative for us to get out and the vote this time around. We saw the shit show last night. It was. I thought it was.
I wished I would have seen the whole damn thing. I just saw bits and pieces of it.
Oh, John.
I was ready.
I left through the whole damn thing. I was like, these people cannot be serious. ne'er one of them was running for vice president. Okay, I have no idea why they were on the stage at Ronald Reagan's library. But yeah, it was a shit show beyond compare.
Ronald Reagan would have rolled over in his
Mm-mm-mm.
grave to see
You
what
know, they
his
didn't do
party's
him
come
any
to.
favors.
Yeah, well,
You know what?
he planted
You know
the
what?
seeds.
No, you're wrong. That shit show should have been right there where it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
this is
He
what
planted
they
the seeds
devolved
of what it
into.
grew. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I hope he's not happy with what he's left, because
Yeah, well,
Trump is the epitome of it. He's the flower of what Reagan grew,
this is what he created.
Yes.
This is what he created.
and we have to deal with it every freaking day.
Hey,
And he's not too happy right now. Ooh, he's pissed.
it's our turn. It's our
Yeah,
turn
yeah.
as the generation to make sure democracy continues. It's on us.
It is on us. This is our shit.
Speaking of continuing democracy,
What-
did you
what, pray
see that there was a protest outside of Kevin McCarthy's office today?
Oh, was there?
There was, and
What were
guess
they protesting?
well, in general, they were protesting the fact that Washington and him in particular, because he's the Speaker of the House,
Right.
weren't doing anything about climate change. And do you know the age of the people at this protest?
I bet you they were young ones.
I think
They were young ones. Some
They're
of them are
voting.
still in school, I think.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yep. And they
Because-
also interviewed one of the young ladies who said, "We will be voting as we get older."
There you go.
That's right. That's
There
right.
you go. And just, you know, I can only guess. Everybody has their own right to a vote, but I'm guessing the majority of those people have a direction they want this country to go in, and I don't think it's in the Republican direction.
How about in the direction that actually it fucking just survives
Just
being on the planet?
hey,
Okay.
we're too behaved. They started the impeachment hearings into Biden today. Don't tell me they're not trying to progress
please.
the rights of freedom and democracy in this country. Why, they'll get to the bottom of whatever he might have done as soon as we
You
find
know,
something.
I got a young
Yeah.
one that's paying attention, and you know, he one day too will be able to vote, and I'm absolutely sure he's going to be out there doing the
talking
best
about
he
Dominic.
can to raise his voice. I am talking about him.
You betcha.
He's the whole reason why I do this shit.
The littlest blue dot, baby. He's the one we're
That's
fighting
right.
this country. That's the future for Dominic, the future for all of the youth in this country.
All the
Lies in
Dominics
what
in
we
the
do
country.
today.
hmm The ones that have to go to school under the thought of having active shooter drills.
Yeah.
You know,
Who live with that fear
they live
every day.
with it. They do.
Hey, Suzanne.
They do. And it's crazy. Yeah, I also watched the start of the impeachment investigation hearings that they
We're
were
gonna
having
get
today.
down to the
Which
bottom
was
of this.
another shit show that was live and, you know, broadcasted live across our land. And honey, as much as we don't want to listen to these fuckers, we have to pay
You have to.
attention to what the hell that they're
Better.
doing. Because in 2 days, on Saturday, they're shutting this shit down.
Can you believe that we're within less than 72 hours of shutting
Yeah.
this country down? Maybe just shut it all down because who? Because of what? Because the Freedom Caucus wants to hold their breath and kick their legs around.
Because
know,
they got their tidy whities
They
in
are
a wad.
not doing, you know, it's been widely broadcast about what the Republicans did under Trump. They took the deficit up to $8
It's been
trillion.
widely broadcasted
$8
that Trump
trillion.
is pushing this
And
shit.
now all of a
Okay.
sudden they want to scream about being fiscally responsible. Yeah, if it wasn't so detrimental to our health, it would be comical. But that's what we're dealing
Physically
with.
responsible when they
Yeah.
give big business a lifetime cut on their fucking taxes, and the rest of us, if you have
We
a
got to make
child,
up that difference,
fuck
baby.
you with that.
Yeah.
You know, if you're, you know, Trump, fuck Trump went to Michigan yesterday, while the sideshow
Larson.
was going on at Reagan. He's up in Michigan having a rally in a non-union parts.
Joe Biden has been a union man
Company.
all his life. Just
And he was
Yeah,
invited by
he
he
gave
was invited by the
Yes.
employers.
Hello,
and
James.
he gave all the people there signs, uh, auto workers for Trump, union workers for Trump, knowing damn well there wasn't one in there that was in the union.
Talk
Or
about, speaking of union pride. Hi, James.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's going just fine.
Right
How about
on.
yourself?
My work week's over. I'm cool breeze now.
Outstanding.
Yay!
Outstanding.
It's your Friday.
Yeah,
Yay!
Thursday's always my Friday.
Well, there you go.
Right on.
Me too. Yeah.
Mine too.
Right on. Yeah,
So
we got
the,
we got work to do, and we need to stay and paying attention because these Republicans are relentless with their message, and still the Democrats are out there tripping over the message that this is down to two people, two people, and both of them are old. But I'll take the old one with common sense
Yeah.
rather than the bumbling fool that's losing his businesses left and right.
That's what we're going to have a
Oh.
rematch. It's going to be Biden Trump. That's what it's going to be. I don't see anybody over
Yeah.
on that stage last night that stood out and go, "Look, I'm presidential." No,
No,
they're
not at
fighting.
all.
Like I said earlier, they're fighting over who's not going to be president. That's what they're fighting over.
Yeah.
Because their man is Trump, and until they turn the party around, until they turn those maggots around, it's not going to change. But
The
again,
maggots don't want anything that was on that stage
we
last
always
night.
have to remember the percentage of maggots in this country as compared to the populace. It is not. It's half of the Republican Party, and the Republican Party in itself has dwindled after this last election. It has gotten smaller. So those numbers are smaller, but that's not what we're concerned about, and that's not what Joe Biden was talking about today. I have no doubt that in the election, Joe Biden will stomp Trump's ass again.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the result is going to be the same. Trump's going to say he won, and that it was stolen again.
He'll
and he's
continue.
Gonna, he
He'll
will.
continue on.
And we'll
I wonder
continue
how he feels in the courts. Did he? He he immediately tried to delay Judge Erdogan's how do you say his name?
Erdogan?
Ingron.
Yeah, Engoron's ruling that came down the other day, and the courts came back today and said, yeah, no, we're not going to delay this, the appellate court, and it goes straight to trial next week.
Outstanding.
So, yeah,
We'll see
and
where the news.
he's about to lose his businesses and his little happy Trump Tower home with the golden toilet.
I hope so. The headline here says Trump won't try to move Georgia case to the federal court.
Nope.
That was kind of a shocker. Everybody thought he was going to try to take it to federal court so he could use some kind of federal law to try to wiggle his way out of anything. Some presidential
we saw
clause
what happened
that
with
the Republicans would try to dig out of their butt.
You know why he's not, John? I'll tell you the reason why.
Huh?
Because he saw what Mark Meadows had to do, which was get up on the stand and
He
testify.
can't do that. He can't do
he
that.
can't do that. And that's the reason why he's not trying.
It's hard enough to get his ass into a deposition. You think you're going to get him on the stand in front of a jury?
No,
It's the worst thing that man could do, and everybody knows it. His lawyers know it. But that's not going to keep him from running his mouth out there. He is going to keep trying to push the same shit that he's been pushing ever since he lost.
Yep.
That he is the winner, that all patriots must come to the aid of their country, which means him. And he's trying to rally his troops. I've said before, he's not trying to win an election.
No.
He's trying to do
No,
something
and that
else,
was what that call was about. Mark Milley was rallying.
Yes.
I mean, General
Yes.
Milley
Yes.
was rallying.
Man, it's
his
got
troops.
40 years of service to this country.
that was his standby call, right?
Yeah.
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 It's
Yeah.
Stand by, stand down, and
Yeah.
stand by. Bullshit.
And meanwhile, down in Georgia.
Down in Georgia.
Meanwhile, down in Georgia.
I seen where Chuck and she like a 20-page slap down of that recusal. Did you see that?
I missed
Oh,
that.
she's like,
Yep.
oh, it was funny.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that. But Senator, I think they mean state senator Colton Moore in Georgia. No,
Right.
he's a Trump minion. He's got to be
Oh.
a Trump minion.
Oh, what?
He
Go ahead.
demanded a special session of the legislature for to investigate Bonnie Willis, right?
That's
Who
what
is
we
the
need
Fulton
to
County
do.
District Attorney. Yep. But he was indefinitely suspended from the chamber's GOP caucus today.
Oh, pray tell, what
Well,
did he do to get suspended?
Again, because they said, let's see. Well, they said he has a right, to state his opinion and quote. However,
Oh,
during his, wait a minute, I can't read my own writing. During his advocacy for his ill-conceived proposal, Senator Moore has knowingly misled people across Georgia and our nation, causing unnecessary tension and hostility while putting his caucus colleagues and their families at risk of personal harm.
Yeah.
And that's why
somebody
he's been
says that.
indefinitely suspended. He lashed out again on X and said he isn't going anywhere and called the caucus the Rhino Caucus. So, yeah, whatever.
Bunch of rhinos.
Ah.
They're not really
Yeah, bunch of
Republicans. True
rhinos.
Republicans support Trump.
You guys, this is why we have to vote straight down the ticket, no matter what
No matter
county, no matter what state, no matter what. These people are relentless with their bullshit.
And they're not
And
going to give
until
up.
they're kicked out of office, they're not going to give up, John.
No, they're not
They've
going to
been
give up.
shown-
They've
been
tied their
shown
ass to him.
As long as they go out there and spread their bullshit, it continues on.
Bunch of mealy mouth shit last night.
Until
Nobody's
we
really
stop
challenging him over there.
We
Christie,
should set up a blue wall. Fuck
Yeah.
a tsunami, set up a blue
Build-
wall
build
for
a
these
damn
fuckers
wall.
to run into.
let me see.
That's right.
Greg, are you with us?
I'm here, sir.
How you doing this evening?
Just enjoying the very cool weather up here in Connecticut. It's about 65 degrees.
Ooh, that is cool.
Nice.
Well, I'm not going to be too jealous. We got a little rain today, and I swear it felt a little cooler after that rain come through.
We're gonna get
Right
we're gonna
on.
get we're gonna get about 3 inches tomorrow up here in Connecticut.
Yeah, we're not getting that much. I got a
I'm-
sprinkling down here. That's
I like
all.
the fall. I like the fall season, the change of the leaves and things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. So, but
Yeah.
I got. I'm gonna ask everybody here a question.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you think any of those folks who were on the stage last night will be, except for Pence, will be a potential running mate with Donald Trump?
I
No.
don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Trump would have anybody on the stage. There's nobody there that he would pick, as
I know.
Not on that stage. No, I don't think he is looking for a running mate that's amongst the characters that were up there last night.
Is it? Is it? I have a question for the whole group. Because Michael Johnson just came in with $2 and said, National Beer Day? Really? Fuck Trump, fuck Abbott, and fuck DeSantis. It says it right there. Is today National Beer Day?
That's
Well,
a good
now,
question.
I feel ashamed I didn't have a beer. I've let my country
Chris
down.
Christie.
Day,
Chris Christie called Donald Trump Donald Duck.
Yeah, Donald Duck.
Yes, he did.
That was one of the big highlights for.
And he worked real hard to get that out.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Well, the big news of the story is evidently Mike Pence is sleeping with a teacher for 38 years.
Oh, gosh.
Really?
You know,
It's sad. It's sad. There wasn't policy discussed last night that I know of. Bunch of mealy mouse shit trying to worm their way into what? A party that has just sold itself to the devil? In my opinion, I'm not a religious guy, but if there's a devil, there it is.
He only said that because of the comment that Christie made
Yeah.
during the debate, which was that Joe Biden was
Is
sleeping
sleeping with the teachers.
with the teachers union.
Yeah.
And which I thought was like really, really fucking low blow.
Out of taste.
And below Christie. That was just really grabbing for something. Okay.
Making headlines.
And
Make news.
Yeah, but when Mike Pence came out and oh Jesus,
That's embarrassing.
Mm.
I think it embarrassed everybody that was watching it.
I think he embarrassed
saw
the
it.
mother, and I'm sure he got
I
a
hope.
scolding when he got home. Okay, because
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure there's a
nobody
curtain
needed
between.
to know that
I think there's a curtain
or,
between
have
his and
that
her
image
sides of
in
that
their
bed
head.
anyway. I'm not too sure. There's a little hole in there you can peek through and say
Don't
hi. I
cast a
guess.
curfew. Come on.
I don't know. It's just he calls her mother. I call my wife Mama
Yes.
every once in a while, but it's not that way. It's more like Mama, not mother. You know,
Mm.
no. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
It,
just
it,
weird.
it was extremely difficult. It was very cringy. It was
Yeah.
very
I didn't,
difficult
like I
to
said, I didn't
hear
get to see it
and
live,
watch.
but the commentary on all the news afterwards was really making a joke out of it. You know, it was just a bunch of hyenas.
John, when it came out of his mouth, it was more like being slimed.
That's sad.
It was greasy. It was not a good feeling. Okay.
Well, I guess I ought to
The
be thankful
comment
I
that got
missed it.
me most was the comment from Nikki Haley to
Yes.
Vivek. She's,
Yeah. Every time
she
I
said,
hear
"The more
something from you, I get dumber.
Ye-
I feel dumber or
Yes.
something to that effect.
Yes, I
Yeah.
feel dumber." Kind of slapped him in the mouth, and boy, did he not appreciate that one. Okay.
No, he
But
got a little
those two
pissed off.
went at it like, yeah, you know, he's a mouth with hair.
Hey, we already gave a millionaire a chance at this shit, and look what we got.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least know somebody who knows the three branches of government or something. You know, at
And
least.
that one didn't know much more than this one does.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
No, but
no,
he saw
I'm
the
good with
blueprint.
that.
How to thieve from America and get away with it. You know.
Yeah, but you know what? We're done with that. It's over. It's
Well,
over.
he ain't got away with it yet. Things are coming. That's what we're all waiting for. Is justice, some kind of feeling of.
Oh, I do think that this case out of New York is going to be a hell of a lot more
Don't you know
devastating
that's chapping
than
his
than
butt?
anybody anticipated.
That his properties are going to go into receivership.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that shit.
Yeah.
And
I
I
love it,
understand Ivanka's not too happy about it either.
Well,
I screamed
I
at
just want to see the day that he gets an eviction notice to get the fuck out.
There you go.
I mean, how much karma do you need for the shit that he did to black people in New York back in the day when his daddy was alive?
Yeah.
This is karma,
Karma come back
karma
heavy.
on a
Let's see
different
it.
level, okay?
Yep.
Sometimes,
Evict his
sometimes
ass.
karma's a little slow.
It
Sometimes
takes
karma's
its
a little
time
bit slow.
sometimes.
Right.
Wants to make sure it gets things right before it comes in and smacks them upside the head. Aussie
Yeah,
Dave, how are
I hope
things
it don't
down
hurt so
under?
good.
Hi guys. I haven't got a long time today because I have got another physio appointment. I'm waiting to be picked up. But I just want to say down under, same shit, different day.
Yeah.
We're just disappointed in the American attitude of giving Trump 50% of the vote, which I don't believe he's got.
I
But
don't
we're
either, Dave.
worried that Trump's going to win. We're worried that the American people are too uneducated to realise what's happening to them. There's a lot of people, a lot of opinions around the world, and they vary. But the bottom line is that all opinions come to one point: that Trump's a crook, he's a danger to the world, and how the fuck do you allow him to be on the ballot? That's number one. But number two, do you remember in 2020 when Trump was being looked at with a taxation issue, and then the taxation department went down to Mar-a-Lago and valued Mar-a-Lago at $18 to $25 million, depending on the restrictions of the
Right.
property and blah, blah, blah. And Trump said at that point in 2020, that's way too high.
Ooh,
And
talking
now
about
he's valuing it at $230 million for loans. To get loans, he's valued at $230 million.
Yeah,
The taxation department said, "Hey, it's worth 18 to 25," and I want to know: are the IRS going to look at this guy now because of what's happened?
he
with
says
the,
it's worth 100 times that because of the brand,
2000.
because of
he
his
inflated
brand,
his value.
because it's a Trump property,
Yes.
and that makes it more
What's the word?
expensive.
Fantasy world.
Yes.
Fantasy world.
I
He
think his
said
brand's
he
going down the
His style.
toilet myself.
he's he said that he could get any one of them Arabs to pay whatever he wanted them to pay for it. That's the way that was his argument.
But this is the whole basis for the case out in New York that just got settled with
But, yes, finding him
yesterday.
liable.
You know,
He's liable for
it's
fraud
finding him-
because he
this
overvaluated his
is
properties for
the
decades.
Fraud. This is
It's
exactly
fraud
the
against
fraud.
yes.
Yeah, fraud. It's absolutely fraud.
So,
He,
but
he used,
as
he
as
used
the title of my
taxation
show
department.
said, was anybody surprised? Is that something somebody didn't know? No, we all know that. We've known it forever that he's a fraud. He's a con man. Trump water, fine water, man. I'm telling you.
It's just that the courts needed the evidence, and this is the slow. It's not that, Ozzy. I want to reassure you that not all people in America are
No.
stupid
Yeah, don't-
and dumb
yeah.
and voting for that.
That
asshole.
wasn't my statement. That
Yeah.
wasn't my
No,
statement.
no, but it's
no.
enough to say
Oh,
that
no,
the
no,
world
there
is
was- there was-
concerned.
I understand that's not your statement. I just want to assure Australia that we're not like that. There are people here, and there are so many states that are filing to kick this man off the ballot. We have to do things according to the laws here, and that takes time.
Hey, I'll see a
Do you
lot
think?
of a lot of stupid
I was
people
just gonna
vote
say-
around here. A lot of stupid people vote, and things
Yeah.
are gerrymandered to where even
well,
though even though we get the most votes, we still don't get the most benefit from it.
that is your
that's
big problem, though. Is the gerrymandering?
is.
The gerrymandering
It
is a
is.
joke. It is a ridiculous joke.
Texas is
It's a way of
gerrymandered to
cheating.
shit. My district is gerrymandered to shit. That's how come Michael Cloud is my congressman. Is because he couldn't become congressman if the old boundaries used to exist for my district. Republicans took hold of the state capital, and that's the first agenda on the item, was to start gerrymandering this state left and right. And that's what the Republicans have done. Look at what's going on in Alabama. They're having to be forced by the Supreme Court to draw districts in a fair manner. This is something the Republicans don't believe in. They don't believe in democracy. They want it tailored.
According to ABC News, the number of states that are filing to kick Trump off the ballot is gaining numbers. We're up to 3 now. New Hampshire, Arizona, and Michigan have all filed challenges to disqualify him. So we don't need all the states to do it.
No.
We need a certain number that's going to take away from the number of electoral college votes that he can gain. And these states are saying, yeah, we don't even want him on the ballot. And
He's
trust
not
me,
eligible?
This is not over with yet. More and more states are going to do that.
But it's going to ultimately go to them Supreme Court.
It
and
will
then
end up in the Supreme
whatever
Court.
whatever they say.
And it is a 6-3 court, so we're not guaranteed
Yeah, that's a
this shit.
problem.
But this is, I don't know, it's pretty laid out to me. Did he engage in insurrection? Did he give aid and comfort to those that did? Yeah, he did.
I think that he did engage in insurrection.
Yes.
And yes, he did give aid and comfort. And all of it is in his words. His words.
It's all on tape. It's all on tape.
Yes. We're all witness to it. We all saw what happened on January 6th. What we're concerned now is that there's going to be another January 6th.
He got impeached for it.
Well, this is what makes me wonder, America. Sorry, Brenda, but is the from this side of the world, we look when we're standing back and looking, and we're seeing, wow, this cult has really got the DOJ in fear, because theoretically, what Trump has done, especially in the last couple of weeks, with the gag order and skirting the rules of that, they won't arrest this guy. They just it looks like they're too scared of the cult's going to react in a way. I don't think the cult's got any power. I think the cult is useless now. I think it's got no balls. It's got a lot of words, a lot of threats, but I don't think there'll ever be another January 6th. But I think they don't want to end up like the last
I
lot.
don't think they have the numbers.
The numbers are shrinking, Ozzy. The numbers
I believe
in
that.
this cult is shrinking. Okay.
Good.
The problem with that is anytime, as you know, when you cook something, if you reduce it down, you end up with the basic. And that's what we're worried about. The MAGA basic, the maggots, the the worst of the worst, the deplorables that came out from under those rocks. Those are the people we have to worry about. Numbers? No. But what their actions might do?
I don't
Yeah.
think the DOJ is in fear. The DOJ has to follow the law. And that's what they're going to do. We just had Merrick Garland, stand up to the clown show in Congress the other day. He didn't look like he was in fear of these people.
They don't have
So
to.
The other concern that we talk about here in Australia,
that we have to follow, and unfortunately, it's the following of the laws that take time. We're damn near 3 years out from the insurrection,
Justice,
and it's
the wheels
taken
of
all this
justice
time
turn slow, baby.
just to get these cases started.
You were going to say,
They
Ozzy?
turn.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay.
well,
Go ahead, Jay, Ozzy.
just wondering that how do you guys really feel about Biden running, knowing that his age is going to be an issue as a
Age is the issue.
no, but with the voter, not with the people like us, but with the swing voter, his age may be an issue as well as Trump's. The worry is that Biden is being a little bit too selfish and not saying, I'll give my party every chance and democracy every chance and let a younger one try and step up.
Can we look at the man's record and see what he's done in the last
it's impeccable.
2.5 years?
It's impeccable. It is impeccable. I know that. But the problem is the brainwashing from the Trump side is so powerful.
It's the
it
age
is
thing.
washing away
Yeah.
the
This is
reputation.
This is the problem with the Democrats not getting out there and
And
Messaging.
standing up.
using the
The
messaging.
man I listened to
correctly.
today behind that podium in
Absolutely.
Arizona, I'm 100% behind that guy.
Absolutely.
His age is not a thing to me. He is more
It's not
mentally
a thing.
capable than that other idiot ever thought about being. And more importantly, he has the concerns of this country in his heart. Trump, he's got money in his heart. He's got revenge in his heart. He's got vengeance, baby. He wants to go someplace. He wants to do things. And it's not
And
good.
the
This is-
GOP has clearly stated what they plan on doing. Should
Yes.
they be able to put him back in
I did.
office?
I put that.
The messaging of the Democrats absolutely sucks, because everybody who's on the Biden campaign should be out there touting this man's record for what he's
Indeed,
done
for what
the
he's
last
done.
2.5 years. And that's the part that pisses me off, is that they're not
We're-
doing that.
you know, that-
and that's what needs to be
This
done.
country is still suffering under the inflation that we've had in the past that came through a pandemic, that prices are still high. When you go to the grocery store, you're not getting what you used to buy for your money. That's not Joe Biden, baby. Joe Biden is the one that is really working hard to raise your wages, for one thing, as he's doing in the strike of the UAW right now, and to better the community as a whole. You know, the Republicans are after one thing: more tax cuts and more money for the ultra wealthy. That's all they are ever about. Joe Biden is the man that's been working everything from infrastructure to technology to health care to the stimulus check that you got.
Yeah.
Have you
That's all
seen
Joe
some of his
Biden.
new? They've started running the new ads, and they're not necessarily talking about what Joe has done. They're talking about what might happen. He wants to let everybody know our democracy is being threatened. And
That's
that's
the
the tone of
message.
his ad.
That is got to be the message, because that's what Trump represents, a threat to democracy itself. You let that man back in
time.
our house. You go, as Bernadette keeps pushing, go read Project 2025. You'll know exactly what they're doing. Yes. Who said
telling
John? Was that you, Greg?
Nope.
Nope. James?
But let me
you're a chap.
hey, let me tell you. I mean, Joe. Hey, I'm 49 years old, and I couldn't keep up with Joe's schedule. There's no fucking way I could do what he does.
No.
And he
The
listen to the
meetings
man.
all day that he has to attend, the briefings, everything.
There is no fucking way I could do that.
I would
No.
I would rather have the experience that he has. Just let's take the world stage. Let's take what he's done over in NATO, in uniting NATO and bringing in new members of NATO. And he keeps talking, supporting Ukraine. For whatever we're spending on supporting Ukraine, and it's somewhere around $80 billion so far. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than going and fighting a war and our
that's where we
troops
would end
being
up.
on the ground. Okay?
That's where we would
Fighting
end up, because
Putin's
the next
ass
move for Putin
or
would be
China's
Poland,
ass.
and we're in it. Hey, let me thank Keith Thompson, who came in with a $2 donation and said, Trump's words, go to the Capitol and fight. Because if you don't fight, you won't have a country. That's what he said. He sent them
Well,
back.
That's what he said.
His actions of the last few weeks, especially this last 10 days, have been concerning. I mean, Trump's messaging lately is getting more and more
Outrageous.
aggressive and
Yes.
respective. He's putting targets on people's backs like Mr. Milley. I mean, what a wonderful man, what a wonderful general. I've watched this man for years, and Milley was a great general. And, he's putting targets on people like that. He's going to gun shops and holding guns. This is all messaging to his crowd.
Yes.
Go to the gun shop, buy yourself a gun, and shoot
get
Milley.
yourself armed and attack
He's
who?
messaging.
Your neighbor. That's what he's trying to promote. The Democrat down the street, that's your enemy. That's me. That's me, baby. All up and down the street, that's me. It's dangerous shit. Don't think in the smallest of ways. And I'm way down here at the bottom, baby. I feel it. I feel a nervousness around these assholes. Yeah. Because I don't know where they're going. I haven't seen Trump sign it yet, though.
Oh, I've never seen a president go to a gun shop.
Except for Buckway.
That's just amazing.
Yeah. And as somebody who's
Thank you,
pending
Richard
trial
Stevens.
for 91 felonies, he didn't buy that gun because he didn't want a gun that
He
day.
couldn't.
He can't.
He wasn't going to
buy
pass the
that
background
gun.
check. Ain't that some shit? He wants to run for president. Again.
And now all of a sudden he wants to buy a gun. And let me explain something to you. That shit was so fucking staged. The gun that he picked out and the store that he went to
Was prearranged.
What was
Yes.
the store? The name of the store, and it's a chain. Was the store that the guy up in Birmingham who went up and shot those people in that school because they were black. That's where he bought his gun from, and that was the type of gun he used.
Trying to send a message, are you
This
saying?
man is so fucking calculating that
It's
he
all
goes
image
to
to
the
him.
same.
Everything
Yeah,
is
it's
about the
all
image. It's a
image.
facade. Everything he builds is a facade.
It's all image.
It's gangster. It's gangster talk.
It's
It's gangster actions.
It is.
It's how they.
But that's what he wants to create,
He
is
don't
it
even
not?
know how to fucking spell Glock. But because that asshole who shot up those people at that school used the Glock with a swastika engraved on it, he's gonna go and handle a Glock like he knows what the fuck to even do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, it's all about imagery to him. Because that's what
He
sells.
shoot his eye out.
Yeah.
The
He
man
shoot his eye out like
was-
Rhodes.
You know,
Probably wouldn't know what end.
he probably read his manifesto and then went there
Don't
to
think
that
he
store and
doesn't
said,
have one.
"Oh, I'm gonna." No, I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about the shooter that killed himself that day. Trump read his manifesto and then went to the same store that he used to go and buy that gun.
Like I say, it's all in the messaging. And look at what message he's sending. Everything he
It's
talks
okay
about,
to
the
be
way
a
he talked about
fucking
Milley the other
racist.
day, it's all about taking this
Yes,
country. It's
absolutely.
not about an election.
We
This is
got
about
two
taking
clear
this country.
choices, people. Two clear choices. There is no Gavin Newsom is going to be running, or Biden should step down and allow somebody younger to run, and all the rest of that. We got Joe Biden and we got fuck Trump. We have Joe Biden, who's standing for democracy, or we have an autocracy ready to take its place. Which one are you going to vote for?
I'm wanting for democracy, baby. I'm going for the freedom part of this shit. Not the fake ass one they sell on the right, but the real one over here. The one yes. Sometimes I just get so frustrated with this shit. Been doing this for almost 7 fucking years, and we still have to worry about this man.
Yes,
That
John.
he is still
Yes.
there. That I'm just.
I tell you
Yes,
what, I
and
really
you,
worry.
what
And to
country
be
do you
honest
ever
with you,
see?
Ozzy, I want him to keep running his mouth, because he is going to violate one of these gag orders, and that could possibly land his ass in jail.
I wish.
Fair call. But what country in the world do you ever see? Not even some of these third world countries. You ever hear of an ex-president having to have a jury protected because of the danger that the ex-president puts them in?
There's places in the
And
world like that.
and you want to allow him on the ballot. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I understand what you're saying, but we have laws in this country, and we're going to follow the law.
I know
and
that.
if we have to use the law to keep his ass off the ballot, we'll do that too.
That's the best way. And what as I said, the IRS could fix this whole problem, because if he lied and used fraud in his businesses for all these years, you can guarantee the
That's
IRS
already
will have
been
to look
proven.
in.
Judge Erdogan just proved that the other day. He is being held liable for defrauding the state of New York for at least the last
Talking
12
taxation.
years.
Yeah, I'm talking IRS having to look into him and say, well, hang on, if he's valuing these
Oh, I
properties
get
at all
what you're
sorts of
saying.
figures.
It will.
Oh, I
It will
get
bleed
what
over.
you're saying.
It's going to bleed
But
over to his
will
federal
they
taxes,
move?
sure. If he cheated on his state taxes, he's cheated on his federal taxes. Because he claimed whatever he
Absolutely.
Well, how can
claimed
you
on the
pay
on the state tax on his federal tax.
And
Right.
that would be a
Well-
whole separate case, and that too will take time.
But there are so many cases that could be brought against him. I mean, just
Yes.
at what
You got to
point?
put an end to it somewhere.
Yeah,
you
some point,
you gotta draw the line
let's get
somewhere,
on
don't
with the
you?
ones we have. Let me thank Pat Hunter, who came in with a $2 donation and said, "It's National Are You Worn Out from Trump Day." I thought that was every day. Every day.
I think it is
I
every
am
day.
worn out from this asshole. Just
It's like Groundhog Day.
it
every
is. It's
fucking
like
day.
every day you wake up and look
Yes.
at the news to see what kind of bullshit
Yes.
whatever he's doing. What he's spouting out. Because he's trying to rile as many
exhausting,
people
y'all.
as he can to come to his defense.
But
Physically.
we can't get worn out from this shit.
No.
We've been going at it for a long time. We're about to pop this fucking pimple. So let's get on with it.
I am tired.
It's
I'm
gonna
very
be
tired.
nasty.
I'm worn out.
It's going to be nasty.
I'm
This
tired
is
to the
not going to
core.
be pretty. We have never, ever, ever prosecuted a former president. Ever.
I'm tired, but
Well,
I'm
the
more
first for
tired
everything.
of watching
But
my
if we
country.
don't,
Huh?
Vivek Ramaswamy is waiting in the wings to rise up
Oh,
and do it
baby.
all over again.
He sees the road work. He's seen the plan, the map Donnie laid out. You
Yeah.
can fool what's that old saying? A sucker born every minute? Wasn't P. Barnum that said that, but who cares? But the main issue the Republicans always say, there's a sucker born every minute. All they have to do is provide this sucker with the right motivation to come over to my side. And all that requires for a lot of these idiots is waving the flag. That's it. Just that. And they think that is all it takes to be an American, to be somebody who stands up for the values of this country. That's all it is to them, a flag. Hell, you can print them all day long.
Another bit of good news is Giuliani's dinner failed. His $100,000 plate saved me my legal fees. Remember that one?
Yes, yes, the $100,000 a plate dinner
That-
you had. Yeah, it
That
didn't go over too good.
I think Justice Thomas may have been there, but that failed.
Yeah, that
I
didn't go over
believe
too
that.
well. He did not have that big a crowd, I understand. Not very
Yes,
many
I
people.
believe it was a
Yeah,
handful of people.
maybe about 12 or 13 people is what I heard. Yeah, ooh, you're on a roll now, baby. You know, people are gonna.
You're
They
loved.
are.
You're loved.
But again, it's not. You
It's
know. Excuse me. Go ahead. Excuse me.
is that you coughing?
Yeah, that's me
I thought it
coughing.
was
I
someone
need better
else.
shit. That's all.
But these fake electors, that gets me as well. They want the charges dropped because they've been brainwashed.
Because they've been brainwashed. It wasn't my fault. I was brainwashed. Are you shitting
Yeah,
me?
I think the
Get out of here.
Proud Boys and that crew, they tried that shit already. It didn't
Yeah, it
work
didn't
for
work.
them.
Yeah, it didn't work. They're in jail.
But at least they're admitting.
I didn't
They sit there and cry. They sit there and
Because-
cry during the trial, and then by God, whenever they lose their fucking case, then they're Trump
Yeah,
won, Trump
but
won.
Yeah, they're right back to the
You
same
know the
shit.
saying, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
No excuse, baby. Ignorance is an excuse for some of this shit. Let me thank Keith Thompson, talking about Proud Marines. Hoorah, buddy. Came in with a $2 donation and said Trump equals the big lie for bucks. That's all it is. It's been a scam ever since he came onto the scene. Ever since Obama called him out at the president's at the awards, the correspondent
Yes.
dinner. Ever
Dinner,
since that
the
night
correspondence dinner.
that Obama pointed him out and made him look like a jackass, that's when Donnie got serious
But he
about
is.
he's going to come back for vengeance, and
Yeah,
he'll
he's
stomp
been
all over
on
this
that
shit.
on that shit ever since.
Yes, that's
And
what pissed him off.
It was a fucking.
I mean,
fluke.
that-
He will never be able
you
to
know,
touch the hem of Obama's
he never
fucking.
It was
expected
that
to win.
moment by that black guy
Yep.
that motivated him to run in the first damn place.
Well, and we all know Donnie started out with this presidential shit as just a fucking marketing idea,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just
it
to make
took
money.
hold. It took hold. More maggots came out. More bigots. More racists.
He never expected to win. It
No.
was just to make fucking money. That's all it was.
That's all it was, and then look what it led to. Damn near the destruction of this country. Thank you, Maria Betancourt, who came in with a $5 donation. And right behind, Alan Roberts came in with $5 Canadian money. That's like, I don't know, a lot of money down here. What will we do without Trump to hate? Jim Jordan, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Bobart. There's a list, baby. All we have to do is get rid of Donnie, and we can start cleaning the house with the rest of this bullshit.
Hey, John, I'll give you somebody to hate. What about Tommy Tubby shit? Did you hear what he said about
Oh,
that?
what is Tommy
that
Tubby shit
black
doing?
general? He said that the military is not an equal opportunity employer, and that we shouldn't be just picking people because they're black or whatever. Did you not hear
No,
that
I have
shit?
not heard this ignorance come out of his mouth.
That was
That the
friggin'
military is
horrible.
racist? Is that what he's
I'm
saying?
gonna say less on that one, okay?
I don't think he knows what the military looks like, buddy. I really don't. I really don't.
I sure hope that he doesn't need any military to guard his ass.
Well, they could put me on
Ever.
Yeah. You talk about a
Well-
disgusting display of what the Republicans are willing to do. Tommy Tubby shit is a prime example. He doesn't give a shit about how many people in the military that he disrupts their life. He puts on hold their promotions, everything that they've worked for all their life, because he's got his panties in a wad, because the military pays for transportation for female enlisted person or female personnel to travel state lines for medical reasons. That's what he's got because his God, not your God, his God told him to do it. So, there
And
you go.
it's not just abortions. It's medical reasons. It could be any damn
It could be
thing.
any damn thing. He's an idiot. That he even thinks that he should have an input into that.
Yeah, well, you know what? The black guy's gonna be inducted here shortly, and Milley's going to step down, and he's going to take his place, and Biden is going to oversee that ceremony. So, fuck Tommy Tubbo shit.
Yeah, that promotion's going to, but he's holding up the rest of them. These are ones that were selected out by the Senate to go ahead and get these positions filled. They're critical positions, including the chief of staff of the military. These are critical positions that had to be filled, so the Senate had to step in to do it because Tommy Tubbs is still holding his panties in his ass. That's why.
I don't see why the Senate couldn't come up with some kind of provision to fucking change the rules or something and fix this stupid shit.
I'd like to.
They can if we give them enough senators to change
do that, yeah.
the rules.
Yeah.
It's part of the plan, you guys. Part of the plan to get more senators in the Senate, so we can.
Uncle Fatty says Coach Tupperware lives on the white sandy beaches of Florida. Yes, he does. Until he got his ass in trouble for that, and then he got another little place in Alabama. Call him home now.
But
I'm pleased to hear.
Back about the senators. You would think enough of those sons of bitches would be feeling enough pressure to fucking want to do something.
I don't know exactly the law that there's, but I'm pretty sure that the law is written that one senator can hold up the vote. He can put a hold on it.
But they changed the rules to make an exception for this last 3 or 4 of them that went through. Well, so they could change the damn rules, I guess.
Nobody, I don't think anybody thought that one single senator would carry it to the degree that Tommy Tubbs shit is.
I don't know.
But he's, you know.
Anyway,
I'm hoping that the people of Alabama, who got conned into a football coach for a senator, really. A senator, you couldn't start him out as congressman. How about mayor? I got an idea. You should have started him out as dog catcher. Made him work his way up to where he knew what the hell he was doing. He doesn't. There's so many of them in the Republican Party. I don't know who keeps honking that one. I don't know how many people are in the Republican Party that are that I think the same thing. Senator, congressman, it doesn't matter. It gets frustrating.
I'm pleased to see that Hunter Biden is at least suing the bastards that raided his computer illegally and exposed his body in Congress.
That's where the case all started
immorally.
from.
Yeah, and he's suing Rudy Giuliani, too.
Yeah. Going after the people that
Thank you very much, Mr. Maggers. You're going to make Hunter Biden richer man.
Hey, that's called that's revenge porn.
That is revenge porn. Ain't it?
Yeah, and you know, little Miss Sporkfoot herself was so happy to get up there in Congress and put up the pictures of Hunter Biden, and yeah, you know, she too should be sued.
That disgusted the world.
Yeah.
That did disgust not the whole world. Everybody was disgusted by that bullshit.
Everyone.
You want to put a dick pic up in the middle of the Congress? Oh, aren't you just so classy? It shows who the Republicans are. It shows who Marjorie Taylor Greene is, and Bobart, Gates. You could make a list of the damn ones.
Can you imagine
it's
the
an
uproar if
embarrassment
Don
that they're
Jr.'s
in our
dick was out
house.
there?
Huh?
Can you imagine the uproar if it was Don Jr. in that photograph and not Hunter Biden? Can you imagine what the uproar would be? I mean,
well, they would be doing flip-flops.
They would just be, well, look at him. He's hung, ain't he? That's what they'd be saying. They wouldn't give a shit. They'd take pride in it. Look what they tell me I'm wrong. Look what they did with Melania. You can go look at Melania's ass all over the place. Ass on the airplane, ass in the airplane, ass on the car. Wherever you want to see her ass, you can go look at her ass. But she's first lady now, so Lord. Yeah, no, she's just like him.
Family values.
Huh?
They are the party of family. They are the party of family values.
Yes, family values. That's the ticket. We'll sell anybody a bottle of shit. Tell
Could you imagine back in the 80s and 90s, some president's fucking wife? Fucking porn pictures coming out.
No, and the only reason that it's acceptable now is because she was first lady. Well, you can't look at her. No, it wasn't that long ago. Those pictures were taken. It doesn't point to who she is. It points to who he is.
First lady.
It points to who he is.
Yeah, well.
You know, family values.
He'd rather show he'd rather show the country his wife's tits and not his taxes.
Yeah, sure. No problem with the tits. Taxes? And he values them tits almost as much as he values his property. Anyway, Mildred Ocasio came in with a $2 donation and said, Marjorie Taylor Greene is obsessed with Hunter's junk. I think she wants to go play in I don't know.
Well,
maybe she wants to cross over the aisle.
her own husband left her like Boberts
Yeah.
did too.
It seems to be a trend over there, ain't it? Keith Thompson came back in with another two.
Here, gotta go. See you guys.
Okay,
Bye,
Ozzy, thanks for coming in,
Bye,
brother.
Ozzy.
We love you. Be careful. Make your appointment. Get well.
I'll see you next show. Bye.
All right, brother. Bye. Keith Thompson came back in with another $2. Said, "Remember Trump wanted a military parade for him."
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And got upset when they couldn't do that because it would tear up the streets of D.C. Hey, John,
He
we have
wanted
a couple
tanks.
of hands up in the audience
Do we?
down below.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, look at there. We do. All John has to do is lean in a little bit. Oh,
Yeah.
look at there. There's KY. KY's in there. And, I hit the wrong button.
No, you didn't. Colba had his hand up too.
Wait a minute. Yes, I'm trying to get... There's Michael. Michael, get in here. No, Michael disappeared.
Michael's still there.
Okay. Oh, I see him. All right, I keep doing this. And I raise it to that.
Glasses, John. Glasses.
Oh my goodness, one of these days.
Take the appointment.
There he is. I
There
did
he
it.
is.
I did it. It's not me.
Holy
It's technical
shit.
difficulties.
You're
Oh,
shitting.
sure.
Michael Johnson's in the room. Brother, welcome. And who else is in here? Because all I can see is a K.
It's Colba.
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 Yeah.
I don't see that. All I see is a K. That
Yes.
just really makes
Starts
me...
with a K.
And how are you doing, Colba?
CUA.
Colba, are you with us? You're muted up. Got your mic on mute there. Well, we'll try it. There,
There he is.
there you are. Colba?
Sorry, I have my daughter with me.
Oh.
I just wanted to bring up, with you being in Texas and Second Amendment and all that, with all this aggression that's been going on lately, it would probably be a good idea for people to get Ford cards or maybe even get weapons, learn how to shoot. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But
Well,
you're talking about Texas.
You're talking about Texas. They have the right to. They have the constitutional right to bear arms in Texas.
Yeah, I'm just extending that all to everybody else as well. I live in a very liberal state. I live in Illinois. Yet I
Okay.
have my FOID card, concealed carry, CC, all that. And I've never had anybody trying to kick down my doors. By the way, trying to take my guns. But even though I live in Illinois and this and that, but with all the aggression that's been happening lately,
Well,
people
we
might
have
know your
we have
politics.
our brother Keith Thompson, Catman 65, who's a Marine veteran, says it all the time. Democrats have guns too.
I have...
That's
Oh.
exactly why I bring that up.
Yeah,
They
we
don't
have guns,
realize
too.
that we have just as many guns as Republicans. We just don't make it our image. So
No, it's,
we
it's,
don't-
it's not the primary point in my life, which a lot of Republicans it is. It's all they have going to is the Second Amendment and their right to do that.
I
And
don't
I
really
worry-
think that we walk around as it and feeling like it's an extension of certain
Right.
body parts.
I own weapons, Cabal, but my primary reason for owning weapons nowadays is not for self-defense. They can
No.
be used for that, believe me. No, it's my first primary thought is if I have to put one of my animals down, I don't want it to suffer. All right,
Absolutely.
and defense is one of the reasons I have weapons, but this is an odd subject because normally before January 6th, before Trump came in, I'd never even, they were in the closet unless I was going to go hunting, but I ain't doing. I'm not pulling them out. They're not a part of my life. They're not part of my vernacular, my voice. But the right plays on this, baby. I see pictures sometimes on Facebook or with some guy got like 200, 300 guns laying out in a picture. Here, look at what I got. You're a fucking
Hey,
idiot, is what you are. And
I have
if you
to tell
own
you,
what? Go ahead. I get
I
off
have
on a
to
rant.
tell you that last year on my 61st birthday, my family got together. We pulled out all our weapons. We had a day of shooting right here in my front yard. Okay?
We do that back down
Because
here in the river.
exactly, and
Not
we had a
often.
damn good time blowing up targets all day long. You know, shit, it was fun as fuck. So yeah, we got weapons too, and I don't know if the Republicans think about it. And you know what? I don't feel like Biden's getting ready to bust down my door and come take my weapons. You know, think I don't know that I have a Second Amendment right to own arms? Yeah, I got more than one too. Okay, and everybody in
And
my
that's
household knows
just
how to use them.
Yeah,
why I
that's
bring
what
that
they
up
said
is
the whole time Obama was president. They kept saying Obama's coming after your guns.
Yeah.
The damn gun laws got more lax under Obama than there
Obama
was.
never came after my gun.
The Second
No.
Amendment is what the
And you
right
know what?
screams
I
all the
didn't
time.
feel that I needed to carry a gun or
There you
felt
go.
threatened in any kind of way when my president, Obama, was in office.
Yeah, when Obama was in office, I didn't feel the threat I feel now. Since Trump came
No.
into office, I don't have to tell you how I feel. There's videos on the fucking internet of how I feel.
We know.
There's
We know.
videos of what's happened to me and my family in this. Yeah, I take the shit real personal. Do I have weapons? Hell yes. They're going to find out why I have them. And I will protect this property with my life. But I don't want to.
and,
That's the whole. What is this? That's what this whole thing. Bubba's Backyard
No.
Brigade. They want to get together and plan what? To shoot your neighbors? That's what
No,
Trump's
we
vision
ain't
of
about
America
that.
is. Look at that Project 2025. How many people, Bernadette, do you think signed up for that thing, thinking they're going to
I
take
think
over
quite,
this
quite
country?
a few of them.
Quite
I
a few.
think quite a few of them.
Quite a few.
If they're Republican, yeah, we've
They're
seen
lining
it.
up for that
We've
shit,
seen
baby.
them taking over the local school boards and mothers for whatever they're fucking called, wanting to burn books and ban
Right,
everybody
yeah.
from going to school and all the rest of that. We've seen them fly their flags. We've seen their rhetoric. They're very, very loud. This small minority of people that have, huge microphones and megaphones in front of their faces. They're very loud, like they're boisterous, do nothing, fraudulent, lying ass, thieving ass, commander in thief, chief of fuckville, fuck Trump. I can't
Moms for
put
liberty,
it
that's
any
what
other way.
They like that word, liberty. Moms for liberty.
But I
Yes.
Hey, let me get
Moms
this
for
donation
liberty.
in
figured
here.
I'd bring it up.
Mark,
Let
well,
everybody know.
it's a conversation we need to have occasionally. It's not one we have in here often because there's not too many of us that
There's not
that
too many
live or
people
die
that
by
have
the gun.
weapons, of course.
You know, that's not us. It's what we're trying to get our society out of. I wish they would pass more stringent laws. The way it is now, any bozo can get a gun, and
I agree. Being a weapon owner, I agree.
and there's
that
nothing
we
wrong
do
with
need
that
more
until the
rules.
day he does something with it, and then oh my God, we shouldn't let that guy had a gun. Well, kind of late, isn't it? But other countries don't suffer the same ills that we do, and when they do, look at what Australia and New Zealand did. When mass shooting, they gathered up a gun buyback. Let's buy back guns. Let's offer money, though, people, for their old guns. Let's go. And look at the guns they got off the street. Tons of them. Tons.
I don't
Because they
think
made
that
an
could
effort
ever
to do
happen
something
in
about it.
America.
There's not that effort here in the United States. Nobody's up there in Congress saying, hey, we ought to have a gun buyback. No.
We've
That's
done it
not
a few
happening.
times, I know Illinois
here-
has done it before.
Here lately, whenever something happens, it seems like every time that something happens and there's some motherfucker that kills a bunch of people, there's all kinds of warning signs, just blaring warning signs.
blaring away.
In your
And
fucking
they'll find
face,
them right
and
after.
nothing fucking happens.
They're going to find the flags right after the incident. Don't worry.
Oh,
Hey,
God,
the
it's
guy that-
frustrating.
Hey,
The
guess
guy
who
that
passed the
committed those-
biggest gun legislation in decades? Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Joe
yeah,
Biden
he did.
passed, strengthened the
He did.
Yes, the background check. I had it written down, all the stuff there was quite a bit in that bill. The first gun legislation that has moved through here in decades was brought to you by Joe Biden. Let's try this
And
again.
the Republicans can't even do the bare fucking minimum
No.
to do anything.
They're in
Any fucking
the
thing.
gun lobbyists' pockets, baby. Nothing speaks louder to the Republicans than the Second Amendment. That's what they live for. Fuck all the rest of the amendments. Who cares about the Bill of Rights? It's the Second Amendment that counts. That's the one that determines everything. That's what they
It's a
think.
slogan. It's a slogan just like patriotism.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just a slogan.
From my cold, dead hands. Yeah, ain't that pitiful? Anyway, Mark Perkins came in with a $5 donation and said, "Here, kitty, 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 snip. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." The other cats are, we saw what you did to Bob. Yeah. I had a time with my cats today. If you saw today's video, thank you, Mark. Yes, I have. They're trying to crawl all over the place. Trying to disturb I had trouble doing my rant today, though, because it rained. So right before it rained, I thought, I want to go out to my shop because I have a theme in my head. I want to do it in a certain location. And I got out there and it started raining real hard. And no.
The noise got
the
you
noise
distracted,
level
huh?
was way high, so I had to come back upstairs, try to get out on the porch, but it was raining anyway. I came inside and tried to do it in my office, and I came back out and told Marcia, no, it's too quiet in there. So I ended up going back out on the porch and waiting for the rain to stop. But thank goodness it rained because we needed it. And I was glad to feel that cool weather move in. It's the seasons are changing, baby. This is going to be the last winter we have before we get into the political season.
It won't be long till it'll be Cancun cruise time down there in Texas.
Oh, man. Which reminds me, we have not done a single two for blue. Two for blue, and there is Aaron Trombley. Go ahead, Bernadette, because I like the way you do this.
Miss Aaron Run. She's running for town clerk up in Monroe in New York. It's upstate New York, and Aaron is our own lovely blue dot running to make a difference in her town.
Yes, in her town. She was a blue dot before she started running.
She's worth it.
Yes. You
is
talk about
worth it.
the grassroots of democracy. There it is.
Yeah.
In your town, the issues that surround you, that's what
she's trying to make a difference in her local area. And, she had some wonderful ideas on housing the homeless and how to go about doing things like that. Yes, let's get Aaron. Let's get Aaron in office.
She is our blue dot. Hello, Michael Johnson.
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. I got smoked out, but
hey. What do you mean smoking? You see, you smoking what? What are you smoking? I know what you're smoking.
I wish you was here to help me.
I wish I was too. What are you doing? Pork chops today?
No, I've got 35 pounds of pork butt.
See, he's smoking pork butt. What did y'all think he was talking about? Y'all could have.
See, I've got that celebration of life to do Saturday. It was my fishing buddy. We used to fish in Missouri River.
I remember you telling me. I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
I've got 35 pounds to smoke because me and him both smoked. He'd smoke over at his house, bring it over, whatever. We'd go over. Same. We didn't live a mile and a half from each other, but he was only 60. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow for 8 solid hours. But getting back to Ronald Reagan, when Hinckley shot him, and I think it was 81, March 30th, 81. Reason I remember that, my ex-girlfriend's, that was on her birthday.
Oh, that was on her birthday.
It was 2 days
after mine. You must have liked that girlfriend.
Well, it was 2 days after my birthday, and I was a junior in high school, so I remember that. Yeah, and there was a Brady law I think they had during that time.
Yep.
I may be wrong.
No, that was it.
That was it.
But they started putting a lot of things on weapons back then. Now, he's the godfather of the fucking dumbasses, in my opinion, because of the way he did us in the military and the way he actually did our country with the trickle-down shit that didn't work and made a lot more people
Reagan
poor.
was the start, in my memory, of the downfall of what is left now of the Republican Party. The hard right turn that went for nothing but the money. to the trickle down economics. We all learned that. That's give to the rich, it'll get down to the poor. Well, they're still giving to the rich, and it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that's
the,
the
and the
problem.
Southern strategy that he implemented.
Yes, everything Reagan did planted the seed for what Trump became. Because when you make it all about the money, and money talks and bullshit walks, well, there's a lot of money in Washington, baby, and it's not ours. I always say the biggest reason way you can see that is look at our tax code. Look at our tax code. Do you know how much of that is in there for your ass? A couple pages. Don't worry. It's volumes and volumes.
I didn't realize that Reagan had fired all those union employees when they tried to strike.
Yes.
I heard that this morning. I didn't know that.
Yes.
It was thousands.
Air traffic controllers. Yes, he fired them.
That was the first.
Yeah.
That was the first of the unions.
Which isn't that, that's who they are. That's what, isn't that what
Because
Trump
we
is doing
need
now?
air traffic controllers to fly airplanes, right?
Yeah, I don't need them. That, though, is what gave birth to the right to work states. And Texas is a right to work state. You have a right to work. A right to work for less money, more hours, no full time. We're going to keep you to part time because, there's a lot of bullshit. They play with that. The union that you see standing up right now, the only reason those damn car companies are still in business is because the union gave up a lot when those car companies were suffering.
That's right.
They gave up shit. They gave up money.
And it was nice to see our president go and stand
Join that line. Stand in that line.
And another thing that a lot
that
of
was
people
history being made, y'all.
Yep.
Never been done before.
What's that, Michael?
With Reagan, what they didn't understand is he went and took away from the Social Security, but he also tried to take away the railroads' pensions and everything else.
Yes, I remember the railroad pensions being in the news back then.
They were on strike and they beat Reagan. So
I always look back at my life. Nixon was the epiphany of my life when it came to politics. Nixon is the guy that what Nixon went through is what first opened my eyes to crooks in the government.
Me too.
And then by the time I look at Reagan as the age when I started going, no, this is bullshit.
And had Nixon been prosecuted properly and impeached the way that they were planning on impeaching his ass, maybe we wouldn't have had to deal with the last.
Absolutely, Bernadette. You're so right.
2.5 years of fucking Trump's ass.
It would have made so many different laws. Fuck Trump. Go ahead.
Fuck Trump. It has.
Yeah,
It's brought us Citizens United. It's brought us all sorts of shit. That's the big one in my book. Until you get rid of Citizens United, baby, that government, it's hard to keep on our side. There's deep pockets on that side.
Bernie warned us.
Yes.
Back then, it was the Republican senators that went to Nixon and told him to resign from the government.
Yes, it was their
he
own.
Was going to be impeached, and they were going to.
He was going to be convicted in the Senate. They went to him and said, "Your only choice is to resign and for Ford to pardon him." That's the only way he was going to get out of that shit.
Bernadette, that was back when fucking Republicans had when they could be shamed. They can't be shamed anymore.
At that time, you could make the argument that the pardoning of Nixon at that time was necessary because they were concerned about the divide in this country. But because of that pardon, that's where we are today, baby. Because now we had the opportunity to not only impeach him, but convict Trump in the Senate. The Senate failed to do it twice. The first time for his perfect phone call in Ukraine, which we all seen that, but the more important one for January 6th, and they could not convict him. That was a failure of our Senate.
Because
the failure of the Republican Party.
They don't want to slap their fucking their damn core group. You know, they don't want
But
to
now
do
they
that.
have blossomed into it's Trump or nothing. Look at the
Yeah.
Republican Party. You know, if they're running hard right. Look at DeSantis burning books and everything else. Are you shitting me? We've seen
Oh
this
my
shit
God,
in
it's
history.
fucking ridiculous.
You know, didn't we
Hey,
learn what that
there's
does?
two, John.
And you
There's two
guys,
brain. There's
they're
two
they're
brain.
not going to get better.
Not
Hold
unless we
on.
make it better. We are the ones that make the difference. We are the ones that can make it better, and we're the only ones that can. It is only by the
Absolutely.
power of the voice of the people that anything changes.
Yep,
And that's
John.
another thing I learned coming through the 60s, baby. It wasn't until people were in the street that things started to change. But they weren't carrying guns. They were carrying signs. Most of them said hooray for our side. We could quote the whole damn song.
John, speaking of signs,
Yes.
credits.
Oh, is it
Credits
time? Look
was-
how time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, time.
I
Look
knew
at
that
that.
was coming.
What
Time
I was
flies
going to
with
say, John, is there's two brain cells to a Trump supporter. There's half,
You're giving them
or
credit, buddy.
maybe I would say 80 to 20%. There's 20% reality, and there's 80% fantasy. They jump on the fantasy side and create every modem that they want. It's their fantasy life. It's how many.
They've been sold a
you got
bill of
two
goods
brain
by
cells.
the Republican Party that to be a Republican is a patriotic thing to do. That's the only
but
brand they
you're
have to
brain
sell.
cells,
They
you're
they don't live
entitled.
up to it. They're not
It's
concerned
the
about their
fantasy.
huh?
Well,
It's that
20,
fantasy I was talking about. The fantasy
20
part.
Yes.
hey,
Yes.
20%. That's being generous. If you're saying
Yeah.
20%, come on now.
Two brain cells.
No,
don't
wait
know.
a minute. 20% reality. I said 80%. I'm giving them a little.
Now, minus Butt Boy on my street, I have not. I mentioned earlier, I have not seen a Trump sign yet. You know, when before, yeah, they would have been up. They would have been up. I have hope. I have hope for my neighbors. I hope that you know, not by my voice, but by just the facts itself lay bare that he's a con man. You were conned. He's a lying sack of shit. 91 charge. I mean, not yet. 4 indictments, 91 charges. Come on, man. And that's just the tip of the liable for fraud, liable for this, that, and the other. He's a thief. Are you happy with your choice? I'm going to rub it in their damn face. I dare them to put
Well,
one on.
he knew about it in the 70s when he was boasting his fucking money
Oh,
and trying
Donnie's
to.
been a scumbag all his life. His daddy gave him $400 million. Are you shitting me?
Yeah,
He didn't
went
earn
bankrupt
shit. He'd
6 or
been
7
bankrupt
times.
several times.
Yeah, 6 or 7, I think. I'm not sure.
The only thing that man had was his name, and he built it into a facade, something that he could point to, go, look, this is Trump branded, this is the Trump Tower, it's gold, it's diamonds, it's everything. It's no. Everybody that ever had to do work for him had to take him to court to get their money. Every
Hey, John.
contractor that ever worked on his shit. Yes.
I had a little bit of hope. I had a little bit of hope today at work because I heard one of the hardest core Trump supporters ever say, "Well, yeah, I guess Donald Trump probably is a crook."
What?
But then he fell back on, "Well, they're all crooks. They're all
Well,
crooks."
you can't blame people for having that mentality. Look at what we have in our own house right now with
oh my goodness.
Menendez, Robert Menendez. You know, we all know he's a crook. He's got the money in his house, the gold bars, all this stuff. Mama's got a job she doesn't have to go to.
Menendez. Fuck him.
Yes,
Fuck him.
he should resign. He should step down. Better men have done it for less. Hello, Mitch. How are you doing?
Hello, John. Hello, crew. What's going on?
Glad you popped in here.
Glad to be here.
How's everything going?
I don't know, man. Any day after the day that a judge finds Trump is liable for maybe over $1 billion is a good day.
It's a good day.
Hell yes.
I am liable for in the thought of his properties going into receivership. I just get giddy.
Well, here's Trump's problem.
What?
The way that the law is written, there's several avenues that they can go after him for money. he can get hit with both compensatory damages, which means damages that he has to pay to whomever he harmed in the fraud.
Yes.
He claims, of course, stupidly, that nobody was harmed. But in fact, he did great harm because in devaluing his properties, he cheated all the municipalities where his properties are out of tax revenue. And that's going to be compensatory. Then there's punitive damages.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Okay. Punitive damages just means that the court assesses damages to punish you.
And depending on the amount of how do you say this? This wasn't an accident. This was over decades. This was part of his business.
He's still running his motherfucking mouth, man.
And that's what I'm counting on. Let him hang himself. Let's keep going.
Please let him keep running his mouth.
There's another avenue. And that avenue is called disgorgement.
Are we talking about Letitia James? She put a bottom line $250,000.
Yeah, she put the bottom line on the $250,000.
Yeah.
No.
Same case? Because this motherfucker's fell.
Well, hear me out.
Go ahead.
Those are for damages. Okay?
Yeah.
The crux of the case, and the reason why this case is so massive, is that it gives the state the power of what is called disgorgement. Remember that word. You're going to hear it again.
Disgorgement.
Yeah.
Disgorgement is when the court orders that material is taken from you because it was considered ill-gotten gain.
Ooh.
That amounts to potentially 3 or 4 billion with a B dollars.
Because each entity that he cheated.
And he ain't no goddamn billionaire.
No, he's not.
Not now, he's not.
No, but he could have taken. He could have taken billions of dollars of.
Hey, Jared Kushner just got a couple of billion from Saudi Arabia. Maybe Jared will help him out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just Coggin says disgorgement is a remedy requiring a party who profits from illegal or wrongful acts to give up those profits made as a result of that conduct.
There you go.
And that is over and above compensatory damages and punitive damage. Let me tell you what, man. Let me tell you what. This judge is going to this judge is going to keelhaul Trump, and there's literally nothing he can do. The Supreme Court can't help him.
Good.
Mitch, you know what I love about this case?
What's that, babe?
Is that his attorney, Alina
motherfucking Hava, man.
All she had to do was check one little box, and this could have been a jury trial. But she
left it up to the judge.
This is what I love about this case. She's a fucking idiot.
And he's crying about that.
The more she opens her mouth, the more he gets in trouble. Oh, please, y'all just keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know what? None of this would have happened if in 2015 Donald Trump didn't decide to pull the biggest grift on the conservative movement in history.
Yep.
And now he's going to pay. And there's no way he can escape from the New York civil suit.
Hey.
Nope.
What'd they get Al Capone
can't
on?
help him. President can't pardon him.
What'd they get Al Capone on?
Nope.
Federal rap. Federal tax.
Tax evasion. Whatever it takes, baby. We can't allow this man to come back into our house. And I don't think
even after this judgment has come down, him and his sons are continuing to go out there and do the very thing that this case was all about.
Overvaluing their properties.
It's not a trial. It's a bench case. It's a judge from the bench.
Well, it's all about his brand. It's all about his brand. All the wealth comes from his brand.
Right, and the docket was open for, I believe it was 8, 9, 10 weeks until the judge reminded them that they hadn't filed. Right. And all you had to do to request a jury trial is check a box on the response.
A box on the response, and she failed to do that.
Missed again.
That's what sent it to the judge's bench.
That's what you get
paid
for, huh?
Alina, you are earning
Earning your money, baby.
not getting
Yeah.
paid.
Doing your job, baby.
I love it.
So a lot of people are saying in conservative media that the reason Donald Trump won't be held liable is because of that very reason. That
That's
it wasn't
his
the
attorney's
jury.
fault.
That because there was no jury, it's not fair.
No, it's fair.
I think it's fair.
No,
I think it's fair.
fair.
I think it's fair. It was their
And
choice.
and the
That was one of the
court
first
today,
things they discussed
you
was
know,
the
he-
fact that they
he-
decided to give it to
Well,
the judge.
he tried to delay the trial and go to the appeals court, and the appeals court denied him and said, no, you won't be delaying this. We're just going to go ahead and let this trial go.
Donnie's
Go forward.
dropping his idea to take his course from Georgia into the federal court. He's going to
Well,
leave it
no,
at state.
this is the case in New York.
No,
This
yeah, I
is the
know.
case
Oh
in
no,
New York
I'm
that
just
talking
saying.
about.
I was just telling Mitch. Did you see that Trump decided not to try to move his Georgia case to the federal docket?
Oh, Trump decided that.
That's what they said. Well,
Because
I'm
you
not
know,
sure it was
he
him.
has
Maybe
to
it
get
was.
on the witness stand and explain why he
I
wants
think
to
he's
move
seen Mark
Here's
Meadows
the-
didn't say, he's not going to get it.
He ain't doing
I
it.
really didn't think that his people are going to lemming themselves in this fashion for him. I can tell you that if these guys don't turn evidence, they're going away for a long time, and they're going to be the test case for Trump's trial. And there really is nowhere to hide. And Trump doesn't give a shit if
Get out the
any of
popcorn,
his people.
baby. I'm ready. I want to see it
Yeah,
happen.
really.
I
He's
am.
fucking his own children over.
Well, that's not.
Yeah, well, he don't care about them either.
Yeah, he's done that before, I think. I don't know.
Jay.
Literally or figuratively speaking, I don't know. Anyway,
Hey,
I know it. That's rude, crude, and socially unacceptable. We were just wrapping it up, Mitch. I am so glad you come in. I enjoy it every time you do. You're full of knowledge. Julie back there in the background, I know that's your source of information back there. I know.
Oh, yeah.
So, yay for
Thank you,
Julie.
Mitch.
We just
Thank
got
you.
back from this great dinner.
Right.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
It's a restaurant. You sit down at the table, and you scan in the code, and it brings up on your phone like 7 different menus, and you can order from a burger place and an Italian place and a Hawaiian poke bowl and
Right.
ramen place. Oh, it's fabulous.
Damn. We don't got that down here.
Yeah, what do you got?
Nothing. I got to drive 14
got
miles.
Whataburger?
I got a
You got
Whataburger.
Maria and Joe.
I got Maria and Joe if I'm lucky. If Maria starts cooking, I'm lucky in that respect. I got them.
Okay.
Oh, we
At
do
least you
fine.
got that.
I'm empty nesting right now. All my kids are gone. The house is extremely
Oh, quit your
freaking
bitching.
quiet.
Quit your whining.
I know it.
Quit your bitch ass whining.
Pitiful. Me and Mama sitting there looking at. I miss my kids.
All right, it's good to check in with you guys. We'll catch up sometime soon.
All right,
Be
Mitch.
well,
My
Mitch.
best to you. My love to Julie. Y'all take care of yourself and thank you again for
Right
coming
on.
in, bud.
All right, take care, bro.
All right. And come
Thank
on.
you, John.
Come on.
Just
Come on.
want to say thank you and Semper Fortis.
Indeed, my brother. I know what that means. Indeed.
You have a
Indeed.
good night.
You too, brother. Thank you for coming in. And Craig,
Yes, sir.
thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate the hell out of it. Good conversation
welcome.
tonight.
I'm gonna Sunday when we come back Sunday will be the first day of the government shutdown.
Oh, that's
Yes,
true.
and it will also be Jimmy Carter's 99th birthday.
Really?
Happy birthday, Mr.
Man,
President.
still, I seen him out walking somewhere the other day at some.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Go Jimmy. I'm telling you. All right, Craig. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Miss Chick,
You're welcome.
Yes, John.
you have anybody you want to call out tonight?
I do. I also want to remind people that there are elections
There-
everywhere all the time.
Everywhere. Everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
School board elections and all them other things. Yeah.
Be informed and be involved, baby.
All through October. Almost every. Do they only do them on Tuesdays? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I think
but-
election day
Thank
is
you, Crystal.
Tuesdays, and sometimes the Republican have their ways, and we'll pull it on a Thursday and up until 7 o'clock.
Right, I
y'all
think
check it out.
Tennessee does an October 5th, and I don't think that's a Tuesday. Anyways,
No, that's not.
we're gonna call out some shit sharers.
Some shit jobs.
Some
That's
shit
a
sharer. Yeah, Richard Wilson from Missouri, and here's a great one because I know it's a pseudonym, so
What?
I'm gonna try and say it properly.
Go ahead.
Tixeltiff Van Fossen.
Titzel Tick Van Brossen, that guy?
California.
Oh, I know him. Yeah. Titzel, that guy. Yeah.
Tixelton.
That's him.
Tixeltiff.
That's him.
Tixeltiff.
I know him well.
Yeah, Greg Anderson from Manitoba, Canada.
Outstanding. Manitoba.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. Love it.
Evadal Kinzel from Illinois.
Outstanding.
James E. Garcia from New Mexico.
Outstanding, brother. Glad to have you.
I wonder if he's related to somebody we know.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe so.
He goes there quite often.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does. So.
Linda Blagrave from Hawaii.
Outstanding.
Dave
Reaching
Minter from
across the
Illinois.
pond.
And it's either Uncles or Unclus because of the way it's spelled, from Washington. And I'm sorry, Ann, I'm not.
Yeah,
You didn't do one of those things where it
we're not known for
explains
them.
how to pronounce it.
We do the best we can now.
We do the best we can.
do the best we can.
What we got, and that's me. You know.
And you do great, Brady. We appreciate everything that you do for the show. You and Bernadette both are y'all know I lean on you heavily during this show, and y'all help take care of this family, or a hub for this family in a big way. So I appreciate you both. Thank you.
Oh, speaking of hubs,
Hobbs?
do we know when there might be another old people's class for Discord?
Bernadette.
Another old people's class will probably not this week, but the following Wednesday.
Okay.
So
Great.
we not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday.
The following Wednesday, yes.
Okay. It's Bernadette Discord for Blue Dots.
Discord for Blue Dots. That's
Discord for Blue Dots. So if Bernadette gives wonderful classes on how to use this what do they call it? This platform, Discord, and what you can do within it, and how we keep in communication with each other. Because y'all all know, right after the show.
Discord for the slower, more laid-back mind.
That's us. Yeah. For those that have to call our kids and grandkids to come fix our shit.
Yes.
That's us.
Call it Discord Mellow.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, Miss Chick, thank you, and Bernadette, thank you, darling,
Yes.
always.
You're welcome.
And give Dominic our best.
Good show tonight, and I just want to continue to encourage everybody to go and check your registration. Make sure you're on point with your paperwork, so when it's time to go and do our civic duty, in the only poll that matters in November of 2024, we could get the job done.
The only
and
poll
create
that
a blue
matters is the
wall.
one that you go to on voting day. That's the poll
Absolutely.
that matters. Anyway,
Absolutely.
we will tomorrow. Mañana, beer and bud Friday, baby. Cerveza. Anyway, put the beer on the ice. Get ready to put the bud in the bowl. We will be back here Friday for Voice Our Opinion. We'll be back here live for another Blue Dot family meeting on Sunday night. So relax, enjoy your weekend. Pay attention to what's going on because it faces us every day, baby. It's there.
Yes.
But don't let it overpower your life. Enjoy your beer, enjoy your bud, enjoy your weekend and all that kind of shit. But keep your ear to the wind.
All
baby.
right.
Anyway, y'all say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.